live in a world full of lines we draw and then redraw. You know, the lines of what's wrong, what's right, what's okay under certain circumstances. Now, most of us, of course, would say murder is wrong, right? When innocent people are killed, usually we shake our heads in disapproval or disagreement. But then there's those times where we actually justify it. You know, like the camps of, well, maybe it's acceptable if it's in war, or, you know, sometimes it's understood and explainable because it was gang violence on the streets. And then there's the whole, we even justify when it happens in the womb. We create camps and we point fingers. We refuse to call evil out when it's in our own camp. But as Christians, if we're meant to be the standard, how can we preach life and tolerate death in any camp? Murder. The sixth commandment, you shall not murder. Exodus chapter 20, verse 13. A short phrase with a powerful demand. So what does murder really mean? Unlawful killing, intent, or malice. The scriptures even distinguish the difference between killing and murder. There are times the Bible does say killing may be necessary. Things like capital punishment, self-defense, war under God's sovereignty, but murder is the evil act of ending an innocent life unjustly. We find it necessary to draw our own lines. In war, if an enemy kills innocents, that's murder. In gang violence, that's murder. In the womb, that's also murder. But if yours supports war, you'll defend it. If your camp supports abortion, you'll defend that as your choice, your rights, your health. We're the first people to shout evil as long as it's coming from someone else's side. But when it's ours, we always seem to apply nuance. We soften and we justify. We must ask ourselves, are we Christians only calling out death when others cross the line? Or do we call out all wrongful death, no matter the circumstance? Jesus himself even raises the bar of this standard. He says, you have heard it said, you shall not murder. But I say to you, whoever is angry with his brother shall be subject to judgment. Matthew chapter 5, verses 21 and 22. So what's this telling us? The sin doesn't begin with the act of murder. It starts in our heart. Hatred, malice, despair. James chapter 2 says, faith without works is dead. If we believe life is sacred, then our belief must show up in consistency, not just in convenience. Consider the 10 Commandments, for example. At one time, they were posted nearly everywhere. Schools, courts, public buildings, thou shalt not murder. But now, they're almost nowhere to be found. We wonder why our society is seemingly in an endless downward spiral. Because when society removes the standards that have clearly been given to us by God, they are always replaced with relativism, camps, and justification by people doing whatever it is they see fit. Just look right here in our own nation. How many thousands of people die each year just due to violence, simply due to homicide? We see things like mass shootings, gang violence, and on the international level, war crime. And how about the statistics on abortion? How many millions of innocent children over time have been murdered and cut off from life before they even had the chance for it to begin? We see mothers and fathers broken. We see children lost. Yet we still remain silent in some areas, but extra vocal in others. We must stop the hypocrisy. We must be the people that say no to murder in any form. We must call out the evil, even when it's hidden behind policy, ideology, or even fear. We simply can't love life selectively. God gives us a higher standard. Life is sacred because human beings bear God's image. Genesis chapter 9, verse 6 says, whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. For God made man in his own image. We have limits on taking life. We must judge properly. We must love mercy. And most importantly, we must pursue righteous justice. And the only way to fulfill that and to accurately live it out is through following Christ. A new standard and a changed heart changes everything. He who knew no sin became sin for us. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 21. Christ died, even murdered, though he was innocent, all so we could live. So maybe then we'd finally see how truly precious life really is. So we'd stop justifying murder in our hearts. So here's the question I have for every believer. Will you remain unjustified in your justifications, or will you be uncompromising in life no matter whose camp? We can't be a light to the world while mirroring its moral confusion. We must stop drawing lines that excuse evil and return to the lines God has already drawn out for us. We must call evil what it is, sin, and we must stand for life in every arena. Life is sacred and not negotiable. Every life matters, not just the ones we like. And the cross demands it. So church, it's simple. Speak truth. Love justice. Protect the innocent. Call out evil when it's difficult or convenient. And let your standard be God's standard. Not man's, not ideologies, but God's. We have an opportunity to be a generation that says, not my side, but God's. Because we're not called to justify the unjustifiable. We're called to crucify it. This has been Blindly Obvious. If you like what you've heard, please follow, subscribe, and share the word. Peace, love, and God bless. Remember, the eyes mean nothing if the mind is blind.